Hi everyone, welcome back. Storm here.
I'm here.
We are watching more of the Orville today. So last episode was a huge shock. So Talea, she was Janelle, and she hooked up with Ed. And we know that she does have some feelings for him. To go that far, I know she was committed to her cause, but yeah, I think that's quite an interesting dilemma to be in. And Ed, I feel really bad for him, but he is such a strong person and a great leader. So it just stinks that that happened to him. But luckily they both survived. And shall we get into this episode?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Alignment complete. Transmitters at full power. Now all we need is something to say.
Like Earth back in the 50s?
I was going to say, like, it seems like it's back then. Like, they don't have the advanced technologies.
Fuck you. Send that out.
Is anyone out there? Yep. That's where we are now.
Someone replies back.
Yeah,
no.
I love how they look like humans. Exactly like
With
humans,
this-
besides subtle features.
So I know what I read in the official report, but I want to hear your version.
Who that?
Yes.
That's not Lara.
Punched your last captain in the face.
I did, sir.
Knocked him out.
Out cold, yeah.
Okay.
Another Chelan.
We had just had the
Yeah,
ground
they're
down
gonna
us by the
replace
crew.
her.
We were losing all power, including life support. We sent out a distress call, and the only ship in range was a Genesi cruiser. Genesi? Why does that sound familiar? They're a fiercely matriarchal species from the Izar system, totally dismissive of any and all males who appear to be dominant. We didn't know the ship was Genesi until the commanding officer popped up on the screen. We needed their help, so I acted fast. Punched him right into next week. Broke his nose.
Oh.
They helped us repair our entire power grid. Well, quick thinking in a crisis is commendable. That's my job.
You'll give me a heads up if you're gonna hit me, yeah?
I can't promise that, sir.
Ooh.
Okay, I think we've covered
Sarcasm?
everything here, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Welcome aboard, Lieutenant. You can take your station.
Thank you, sir.
Aww.
I prefer my birthday to be my day.
He's afraid he's gonna get less stuff.
I am not afraid.
And he's right. Joint birthday, less stuff for everybody. It's a trap, Bortus.
Captain, I'm picking up a transmission from somewhere in the Gamma Valorum system. That's a long way out. It looks like old-style microwaves.
From a ship?
No. It's a planet.
Confirmed. There are 7 planets in the Gamma Valorum star system.
Oh my god. What? It says... Is anyone out there?
We're so primitive.
Bortus, check Union records.
First
for any
contact.
previous
Oh my
contact
god.
with that star system.
Hi. Firsties.
This is what we signed up for! Talk about a birthday gift.
That would be
All hands,
exciting.
This is the captain. Begin prepping all stations for first contact.
Wow, talk about really changing their world big time. Like, just that step of even trying is huge. And it's like, oh yeah, right away, you made
Set a
first
course for
contact.
Gamma Valorum and engage quantum drive.
With pleasure, sir.
I see Janelle has been replaced.
We
decided
against the joint birthday, correct?
So he's more worried about that, so that affected him a lot to say that just now. Is there air?
Okay, here we go. On behalf of the people of our world, welcome to Rigor 2. On behalf of the Planetary Union, welcome to the galaxy.
Rigor 2, why 2? It's amazing how much you just trust them to be there.
There we are. Tie off the umbilical. Prepare to close the incision.
Take her to the neonatal ICU.
May I ask the reason for the C-section?
You're a doctor. You must know it's to prevent the infant from being born celiac.
What's Chiliac?
Oh, you probably have a different name where you come from.
Celiacs are prone to violence, extreme destructive behavior. And we try to prevent them at all costs, which
Usually means an emergency C-section.
would you like to see the research labs?
Oh, that's weird.
Much. This way.
And when a first contact unfolds like this, the cosmos becomes a living, breathing organism. greatness, we become a way for the universe to know itself. We are honored to know Rigor 2.
That's a cool speech, actually. Color coordinated.
In fact, I plagiarized
So much
like
like
9 different things. Can you tell us more about your economic structure?
Oh, she's pick up the table.
I gotta tell you, it's my birthday next week, and a first contact like this is the best gift I could have possibly asked for.
What's a birthday?
What?
My birthday. It's next week. Bortis is too.
We are having separate celebrations.
Okay, this is gonna be something wrong. Oh no! That really meant something!
What's going on? Come out of here now!
Prefect, what the hell are you doing?
What?
Check the other 3.
Send them to processing.
Prefect, what is the meaning of this?
You claim to be an advanced people, and yet you bring them into our midst.
What?
State dinner, no less.
What have they done?
If we have offended you in some way, you need to tell us.
Watch the one with the ears. If she tries anything, shoot the others.
Holy crap! They didn't. If that's so serious, why didn't they ask him that before? Maybe they just assumed everyone knew.
Painful.
Much. Small extraction? Like, what are you doing? You got a drill! It's a freaking dental drill. Oh god, when you have these primitive weapons now, it's like, or tools. Gonna drill your tooth? Oh no, there's no Novocaine! Ah.
Next.
What the hell?
It's an astrological sign.
What?
Captain, this planet is governed by astrology.
What's astrology?
It's an ancient belief system that's the reason for all the premature C-sections.
Oh, they have them born early, so they're not Zodiacs.
Arrested
Yeah.
Kelly and Bortis because of their astrological signs.
The stars don't lie, Captain. Zodiacs are violent, unpredictable. Surely you know that as well as we do, as advanced as you are.
Where have you taken them?
They'll be taken to the
All
camp, same
species
as all
fall
Zodiacs.
underneath this
And what about
idea?
us?
The extractions have confirmed your birth dates, so you can go back to your ship.
Oh, you're gonna
We
keep the
don't
others?
want you here.
Okay, this is such simple thinking, because it's like, alright, we're highly advanced, and if we wanted to, like, attack your planet, we could, kind of thing. Because you stole, kidnapped a couple of our people. Bortis could get out of this, no problem. I know he won't, but
You just eat through the gate.
like they're all wearing red.
Commander, what is this?
Camp.
Bad birthday.
Yeah, it looks like we're having that joint party after all. So there's probably absolutely nothing wrong with these people, and
It's probably just like
Just judged
bad
by-
omens that they, yeah.
yeah.
The order comes straight from the office of the first prefect.
And how long do you intend to keep us here?
This is now your home. I suggest you learn to like it.
We are not your prisoners.
Ooh, yeah, Kelly, yeah. Yeah, Bortis.
I am an understanding man. But you won't want to try anything like that again. Unless you're tired of living.
We can just destroy your whole planet.
Take them to the barracks.
Wow.
Please, we're saving it in case they cut the food rations again.
Give it to me now.
Oh.
See, she's pregnant. We need the extra food.
I'm talking to you.
Please, please, we're begging you. We need the extra.
Shut up.
Hey, is there a problem here?
You want to make one?
Give her back the food.
Get lost, Curly.
Give it back.
I love Bortis. Okay.
Go away.
Go away.
Couldn't they say that they weren't born under their stars, so they were born under a different astrological sign?
Because it's a prison.
I guess it doesn't matter because they tested to confirm when they were born, and it falls under their
the sign of Zodiac.
time.
Our tendencies are
Understanding.
inherently violent.
Criminal.
Uproar. People would tear down these walls.
Your world is no longer just this planet. When you sent that message, you invited yourselves into a galaxy packed with thousands of different cultures. You might want to start being a little more open-minded.
I love how she can just speak her mind, no
So
problem.
you all
Yeah.
just think the universe is chaos, no order, no significance to anything.
No.
I wouldn't want to be part of a community that believes that. Forget about Rigor 2.
I wonder why they call it Rigor 2 as well. So, is there one that you're
Yeah,
aware of?
usually if you're the only planet, you'd be like, I'm number one.
Yeah. And they also told you there's hostile aliens out there too, so you're lucky we made first contact, and now they're
See,
like, well, screw you.
instead
get
of
out here.
trying to change their beliefs, I would have been more like, they're born under different astrological signs than your
You've been
planet.
out there a month.
Yeah.
I understand what you must be going through, but there's a lot of internal pressure to get the Orville back on active duty.
Figure out something.
On this day, we enter the sign of the Wasanda. To the children born this month, we honor you.
Wow, so they've
We
been there a
herald
while now.
your entry
How
into
long
this
is a month
world,
for them?
For you are the guiding forces, the future leaders of this great planet. Your paths will be bathed in glory.
See, and that sucks too, because every single month is judged by their
for your
Yeah.
sign.
contributions.
So she's gonna have a royal baby.
What's happening?
The baby's coming.
She's been in
Then,
labor for
will
the
they
past
take
2
the baby
hours.
out of there?
Boris, go to the infirmary and
Oh.
get the doctor.
Well, it's not in the bad month,
We need the
so.
proper equipment
No.
for...
Please. No, doctor.
Can you help us? I don't know anything about this.
Boris, you have a kid. Any suggestions?
Will there be an egg?
Okay, that's a no.
It's a good question.
Meet your daughter.
Aw, she remembered their names. Well, they've been together for a while.
For over a month.
Yeah.
It is much easier with an egg.
Oh no.
I'll be damned.
Can you tell me exactly when the star collapsed?
3,122 years ago.
Whoa.
According to Rigor 2's history, that's right around the time their astrological system emerged.
The disappearance of a star in the night sky to a civilization that young would have been a terrifying omen.
Exactly. And Zodiac was the unlucky sign.
Tala, I'm gonna buy you a bottle of scotch. All right.
Okay.
The question is, what can we do with this?
If the star came back, that might exonerate the Zodiac.
You think so?
How the hell are we supposed to
Do
create
they
a
even
star?
remember why it started in the first place? Because they couldn't even find the history on it.
She could grow up in prosperity, have every opportunity, every need.
Wow,
provided.
it's
She
true.
needs her mother. We'll never be able to keep her a secret. We're not giving her up.
Holy crap.
You can kind of see both sides, you know?
Yeah.
Inspection!
It's all bad.
Everyone on your feet.
Just to not even think that.
Say it.
I know the Orville will never attack them, but
I'm Zodiac trash.
they don't know that.
There. Doesn't that feel better? No contraband, sir.
I hear the baby.
Wait.
He's gonna say it?
Check under the floorboards.
You'll find a Wasanda child.
No.
Oh, that's terrible, but they were gonna find out. And they wouldn't have food for the baby. And then breast milk. I don't know. Oh.
No, please let her stay.
Oh.
Future leader. Her life will be blessed.
I mean, I kind of see both sides of it, you know? It's
The whole thing, the whole... Oh my god, it just sucks. But yeah, it's better for the baby, unfortunately.
This ends here now.
What do you intend to do?
We're Zodiacs. We're criminals
It's
Let's
the
do
way
what
I see
we're
it.
judged
We're
for.
within first contact protocol. We're exactly who they want us to be.
Uh-oh. The guns are similar. How do you reload? Yeah.
Here's your grenade bag.
I know. And how many seconds do you have? Because that might be different too. It takes 1 minute to go off. Oh, crap. Uh-oh. Oh, great. Ah, this guy. Can't stand him. That's it? Seriously?
You really do have my pity.
That's not good. Cool. Nice.
Adjusting for final position.
Releasing clamps.
Activating thrusters.
Hopefully he doesn't get hit by any debris or anything that they might have in rotation. Cool.
Arms at the ready!
Listen to me.
Really? And just seeing that star is going to stop it?
You're worth more than they tell you. Remember that.
Holy crap. Bortus just doesn't even flinch. Wow. Luckily someone was paying attention.
Understood. I'll pass it on.
Huh.
The Celestial Advisory has confirmed, Prefect. It's a star.
That changes everything.
Call an emergency session. What does it mean? Change.
But just to change what they believed in for so long. They're not going
Once
to
that
just let
sail-
those people go.
Once that sale fails, then what?
I know. See, they're still doing the birthday party. Oh, see? So they just said, okay, you're not bad anymore.
You really should be doing this in the mess hall. The krill attacked right now, we'd be screwed.
No. It's gotta be here. John and I made something special for you guys.
What'd they do? Oh my god. This is a good job. That's great. Oh my god.
Spanking his ass.
What? It is amusing. I am not amused.
Guys, it's perfect.
Oh, come on,
Thank you.
Bortus.
You really captured her essence deep down. She truly is a cartoon.
Oh, shush.
That's why I love you.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, from Yukanya?
She said that her baby's doing great.
Okay.
And she named her Kelly.
Oh, how cute,
All
Kelly.
the trouble we had down there, if you made that kind of an impact on a woman's life, I would say that's a pretty successful first contact.
You know, the past several
I have
missions that Kelly's been on, she's really flubbed up
What's gonna happen when the Rigorians
the
figure out
environment.
story's fake?
Yep.
So from here on out, you are officially allowed to punch me.
No, just
Thank
kidding.
you, sir. Well,
Yeah,
it's
we're
my
like-
party, and I feel like dancing.
Me too. Fun party. Woo! Come on, Bortus.
Gotta be some kind of protocol about drinking on the bridge.
Maybe they have some kind of medicine or something to sober you up right away. Haven't seen it yet, but the IV. My goodness. I love the idea of first contact. I mean, I got all excited too, and I thought there was going to be some humor there where Ed, I mean, he's so professional, so maybe not him, but maybe Gordon would be like, hi. Like, I wanted something really silly at first, but, you know. Yeah, I mean, this was crazy. What do you think about them lying to the society or this whole planet about the star?
Like Kelly said, I hope that by the time they realize that it's, you know, that they've been flubbed, that
I like that word flubbed. I don't think I've heard
that their methodology about the whole system would be changed forever, and not just go back to putting everybody back in prison again.
I mean, for them to change their beliefs right away after seeing that star, I mean, it happened very quickly. It's great it happened, but I just think it was a little bit unbelievable in how fast.
Well, I mean, if you look at like I don't know much about astrology and whatnot, but if you look at like the signs and everything, people who do believe those, you know, as soon as it gets printed and they read it, it's, you know, it's like an instant, oh my God, this is great, or this is bad, you know.
Yeah, like the horoscopes I used to believe in sometimes. Like, I wasn't like a true believer, but like you'd read something that you could relate to, and I'm like, oh yeah, that is a lot like me, and you know, but I never really.
But yeah, but if they gave you something, if they gave you like a good thought, you're like, wow, that's kind of cool, you know.
Yeah, like that could be
you
fun.
kind of hope for it. So I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, for society, for an entire society that believes that that's their whole belief system. I can see that seeing something in an astrological sign make an instant change.
Yeah.
You know, especially since what was missing is what started this whole thing to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was very interesting. I mean, there were a lot of things you kind of have to overlook, but this is a very complicated situation that you're trying to tell this like complicated story in one episode. So like at the start, you know, this new race, they never made contact with anyone outside off their planet, and this is a huge deal, and they were extremely open to meeting these aliens, knowing nothing about them. If they're truly a threat, they're coming in nice, but you never know. And to actually bring them into the hospital, like how much time passed, and even if like a week went by, like you still don't know these people. So to just be so open to allow these aliens to go into your hospital, see how your babies are born and stuff like that. But then with their religion, they're so frugal and focused on all the laws of their religion, and to like be so serious about that once they find out about, you know, two people's birth dates. I mean, and for them to get so strict and mean and violent, I mean, not violent, but they forced.
Oh, they had violent tendencies. I mean,
yeah,
gunpoint.
The soldier, yeah, he definitely did. The general,
but I mean, you know, that should show you right there that, you know, just because he's not a Jedi doesn't mean he's a sweetheart.
Mm-hmm. But it just shows that like how simple-minded, like they're very open-minded to want to make contact off their planet, and they openly just let them see their world and things that they could attack the hospital, they could be violent, you don't know, and they just, maybe because the sign, but then it was a bad month, you know, so you had aliens come in on a bad month, and they just opened them up to, yeah, we just trust you, we got to make first contact and be good with each other, make friends, and then right away they don't even ask about when were you guys born. Like they didn't have procedures to follow right when the newcomers came here.
But at the same time too, it's like if I was Captain Mercer, I would have tried to sell the fact that these guys weren't born under your same stars.
Yeah, I remember saying that, yeah.
We were born on planets that were, you know, millions of light years away or thousands of light years away, whatever the case may be. And, you know, and say like, you know, Kelly was born a Leo or whatever she is. You know, this is the constellation she was born under, and there is no negative, you know, tendencies or whatever with this astrological sign. It's not the same as your planet. I
Yeah.
mean, yes, it wouldn't have helped the other Gilliacs that are out there, but at least
Hmm.
it would have been a good source to get, their people back off.
Yeah. I mean, and that is a good way to put it. And I'm kind of thinking they're so stubborn on the way they think that they don't care about any other stars. Like
Well, I
you're
mean, they
in
they
our.
realize, I think they do realize that there is a lot of stars out there. I think they do realize the vastness of space.
Well, yeah, to
But
have satellites and trying to communicate with aliens.
so
That's
I
a
mean,
big
they
step.
do. I mean, if they are where we were 25 years ago, then they would understand that space is vast and there is a lot of other planets and stars out there. They might not know what a star consists of, like they were saying earlier in the episode. They might not know, what type, like a pulsar or red giant or whatever kind of star it is. Just that it's a star in a constellation that's making this sign that we believe this does this. But at the same time, I think I could have easily convinced him that we weren't born under these stars.
Yeah.
Bordas was born under these stars, and in his culture, this astrological sign is not negative.
See, and that's interesting too, because like so many people can debate that, because I agree with you. And when you and it's interesting because there's a lot of people on our planet who are scientists and they're also very religious. So you don't really question what you believe in. Like that's just how it is. So if you're a true believer of this, like if someone's saying, "Oh, well scientifically we were born in a different on a different planet, different stars, like it doesn't matter, you just don't question your beliefs. Like you were
Well,
born on this
yeah, but
month,
see,
which is my
that's where I think it'd
belief."
be easier to debate is because you can say, well, your beliefs are for your world. Their beliefs is for a different world, and they're under the same umbrella of astrological, star constellations. This is what they were born under. This is what she was born under. This is how, this is our putting it in the same context that they believe in, but from a different world point of view.
And that's what makes it complicated, because
I know, because we
a
weren't,
lot can understand that,
because,
but a lot can't.
but at the same time, you can be like, we're so many thousands of light years away that we can't see your sign from here.
Mm.
So in our constellations, this is what we have, which you guys can't see from here.
Mm.
So, how can it still be relevant? I think it still probably will be difficult, but I think it would be easier. I think it would have been the easier route than trying to falsify what they did. Because if that didn't work, if something knocks it out of alignment again, then
I
there
know
goes
you can
hell.
have like a meteor shower. I mean, maybe they're scanning to see like how often debris goes through there. But yeah, I think it's a big chance. There's a lot of controversy with that because yeah, they totally lied to a planet. They made something up to change their belief.
And
Thank
eventually
goodness
they're
it
going to
worked
figure it out.
because change in belief, I mean, depending on how complicated it is, like their social media, like everything that they're researching on their planet doesn't explain why this 1 month is bad. And they really had to do heavy research, like, not Alara, sorry, Tala. I do like her so far.
Just got to get used to her.
Yeah, no, I don't want to get used. I know, yeah, you have to get used to her, and I'm sure she seems awesome so far. But it's just I miss Laura. But she had to do some heavy digging, and she kind of figured it out. But someone off planet having to do all this heavy research to figure it out. Maybe it is common knowledge with everyone on this planet, but to figure that if you bring this star back that happened 3,000 something years ago. They're just very lucky that it became a positive sign to let the bad people go. Instead of like,
Yeah.
oh, this month now with all these, I'm calling them royal babies, the ones that are, blessed and going to have the best life. Like, oh, okay, maybe they're gods now. Like, this is a sign the star was reborn, and now it could have gone the opposite way.
Yeah, that these people brought the Jelliacs away from destructive natures and stuff like that, and
Yes.
these people should be blessed for helping these guys out, and they should be servants to them or something like that. I mean, it still could happen too. I mean, you don't know what the progression is going to be like.
Yeah. But I do have to tell you, I love this show on how they are so open to these different kinds of stories that, you can relate
Different thought
to,
processes.
and there's a very different structure of life, different governments, and to think of astrology again, like I love the horoscope and stuff and reading that, but it doesn't mean that It's just
But
interesting to see like people like full on believe in it to the point
in,
where
in, a,
it
in a
ruins
different
lives.
sense too. I don't
Yeah.
think Kelly should go on away missions anymore.
I know. I love Kelly. I think she is absolutely amazing. And in this case, it worked out well. It's, even the other planet, it worked out fine
I mean,
in
she's
a way. I mean,
changed.
many probably died because of Kelly.
Well, because of her,
Name of
there's at
Kelly.
least two planets that she's changed their entire religious beliefs on. It's because she got in trouble down there.
Yeah, I mean, a little different, but yeah, like
Well,
they
I mean,
changed a lot of things for sure.
Well, yeah, I
The
mean,
first
one
one, yes,
planet
for sure.
developed a religion around her, and the other one, she
They
became.
lied.
Yeah, well, yeah. So it's
And she
kind of
influenced the
like.
family. And another thing I can't help it, because again, they're trying to show a lot in one episode, but having two aliens, especially Bortus looks completely different from this other species that
They were
looks
like,
more
eh.
human. They're just like, they're just in a normal camp, and it's just like, and people kind of leave them alone after a day, like, okay, no more looks. I'd be like, you're an alien, you're hanging out with us, do you have radiation, can we get sick from each other? Like, there's just so many like things going through my head of disease, and
I'm sure
and
if
the
they had
food
more
that
time
they
to
could
develop
eat.
that, they would have thought of that.
Yeah, so certain things I get, you just have to let go, but I just had to let that out. But I like the idea of this episode because you never know what you're getting yourself into, and it's always a risk with the Orville because first contact, I'm glad they're positive, they get excited, they're not like super nervous, like, oh crap, what's this gonna bring, like they have to be positive to start a friendship first, and you just don't know, like it seemed all happy and great in the beginning, and then it wasn't.
One thing that I'm going to compare this to Star Trek about is when Star Trek makes first contact, they do it a lot later in the planet's development.
Yeah.
Not that they would have changed anything in this case, but what as far as like they have to be more technologically advanced. Like they have to be. I think it's they have to have at least the attempt of warp drive capabilities.
Oh shoot! Okay.
Because if you think about it, if you go to a planet that's underdeveloped like they are, and you start having dealings with them and whatnot, there's a potential that they might expect to acquire your technology, and that you get brought up to speed to their technologically advanced. Otherwise, if you don't, they would see it as you want to say superior than us to keep us down below.
That
You know what I
is
mean?
that is also interesting. I think it just gets so complicated, and like just hearing that, I can understand that point. But
Well,
again,
do you remember that one line that Captain Mercer said, that we can going in there guns blazing? It's like that's the whole reason why we can't,
Yeah.
is because we can go in there, wipe them all out, because we
Yeah,
are
and you don't
technologically
wanna
more
do that.
superior. Well, that's the thing though. Your technologies are way too different that they're going to see, why aren't you helping us? Why aren't you getting us up to your speed since you made contact with us? And if you say no, we're not, then they're going to think that you're trying to stay the bigger, badder person, that you're going to try to keep them down below you. You know what I mean?
See,
So it's always a controversy.
it is, no matter what. I think even if they were more advanced, like people, like you never know what kind of race you're getting into. They might be greedy. They might be like Krill, where they're better than everyone else. They might just try to kill you and steal your own technology. They might have weapons
They
that
still
you don't
might.
even understand, that can take you out, So it's always a risk no matter what. I do
Well,
like the
especially-
idea of, really quick, like I really like the idea of, an advanced race coming in. And if they can like introduce ways to help out cancer, help out people dying, I think that if they could share knowledge, that would be absolutely incredible. If people become
Sharing
like
knowledge is
Karens,
one
where
thing.
they're like, "Woe is me, you're not giving us enough." I'm like, if they're giving you what
but
they
where do
can,
you-
I think that's amazing.
But then it's like, do you go in and just like give them all your medical technology? Be like, here you go fix everybody, and all of a sudden your society changes within a day. I mean,
I know
would
it'll
have
be complicated.
dramatic.
Yeah, it would completely change things. I mean, maybe it would change things for the better too, but not that they should expect a different advanced race to completely
But
take care of them, but to train
it's
them and
different.
to do better. Yeah. So
That's
maybe
the thing. You don't know how they're going to react to it, and the fact that, especially when they have a very religious influence behind them, like the Krill, for
Yeah.
instance, they think that they're the divine species, that everything is owed to them,
and they're really advanced.
and they're really advanced. But also think like I don't know if you know too much about the Borg, but when they assimilate a species, they absorb all their technologies to make themselves better.
Okay.
So they go in, they assimilate people, they take all their knowledge and all their technology, and they make it their own.
And they're advanced. So I think even if you're more primitive...
Well, they become more advanced because of what they take.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know if there's really a right answer. I get, like, when they're really primitive, I mean, like, in this case, it's more, even though they're a little bit more out of date, like maybe 1970s or something in this case, but they're pretty much where we are. You know what I mean? Like, I know our technology is better now, decades later, but I'm comparing
We've
to,
been
like,
through this stage
the Orville.
Not too long ago.
Yeah. That, you know, it's going to be complicated no matter what, even if you're super advanced or not. And I think this is a good stage to, like, if they make first contact, to start sharing ideas or sharing knowledge. And you just have to find a way, and there's no perfect way to do it, to control it. So you're not dominating, but not overly, like, giving them too much or making it overwhelming where they get greedy.
But that's the thing, though. It's like, if you're doing what you think is right by not giving them everything, because they have to learn for themselves, right? Mm-hmm. But at the flip side, if the people below you are saying you're not giving us the stuff to help us out, you know, it's kind of like, we're not giving it to you because you guys need to develop, and you're going, well, we're not developing because you're not giving us stuff. You know, it's kind of like who's right, you know? Yeah,
you know, I'm going to jump to something else real quick, too, because I got a little, like, you know, emotional, too, watching this, where, like, I got mad when this planet just, like, you know, because their religion on this 1 month being, like, terrible, and the people in it are just evil, and they just immediately go after Kelly and Bortus. And I'm like, you just made first contact. You see how advanced they are. They came from the stars, okay? So, and their whole religion is based on stars, right? And you know that they most likely have weapons and ways to come at you, because that's the first thing I would think of. Like, you're trying to protect your planet, and you're making first contact.
That's the good thing. That was the good part about that whole scenario, was that Ed could have easily had threatened them and been like, listen, we could wipe you guys all out right now if you don't give me my people back.
I know.
But he didn't do that. And you know, he did it the, you know, the more civilized way, and to show, and try not to ruin first contact more than already has gotten out of whack.
And that's, like, I completely understand where Ed and the Orville are coming from, the Union. Like, I totally see that. But just in the planet's perspective, to be that aggressive because they're so focused on their religion after you guys wanted to make first contact in the first place, you know that they're more advanced, because automatically if we got first contact and an alien race comes by that's, like, humanoid and we can communicate well, or just you know, just aliens coming in general, they're more advanced than us. So just attacking them and taking them and imprisoning them, I'd be like, they could just murder everyone on this planet or do something absolutely terrible, and who knows if they have friends. And even Ed said, or Kelly said, that there's, like, worse out there, not worse, that there's enemies out there, there's bad aliens out there. And I would be thinking all this instead of being like, you fall into the bad of our religion, so let me just, like, imprison you with no consequences on your end, because you just got to deal with it. We don't know anything about how advanced you are, but you just got to deal with it. So just to put on blinders like that kind of, like, shocked me. But it happens in religion too. Like, you know, people believe what they believe, and sometimes it's so intense that they can't see beyond that, you know. So anyways, a lot of fun things to talk about this episode, but I am happy it worked out. Yes, I am happy it worked out, and I'm happy there was a joint birthday. Bortus, I feel kind of bad because he still didn't seem happy about it at the end. He was kind of
Bortus is Bortus. I mean, he's never happy.
Yeah, and
unless he's having sex orgies in the holodeck.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah, exactly. We saw him smile for once. And for a while, I thought that was just his species being very serious, because, you know, the one where, you know, he was fighting about his baby's life, you know, sex change, they were all extremely serious, but it was a serious topic. But then you see Clyden, he's laughing and stuff this episode, like he was having fun. So it might be more of a Bortus thing to be that serious. I don't know.
Could be.
Was a very good episode. Thank you guys so much for listening to us rant about stuff, because when we talk a lot, we know it's a good movie or show, because there's a lot to say, for sure.
That's right.
So again, guys, Happy New Year. We love ya. We'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
Doodles.
Please subscribe.
Subscribe.